Okay, let's tackle the big one. It's the question pretty much everyone asks when they're starting out. You've got your first $1,000 to invest, so what's the absolute smartest thing you can do with it?
Right. So you've hustled, you've saved, and there it is, $1,000, ready to be put to work. But the question is, what now? This first move is so critical, and getting it right can set you on a totally different path.
Now, it's so tempting to just throw it at some random crypto tip you saw online, right? Or maybe even worse, you just let it sit there while inflation eats it for lunch. We're not doing that. Those are traps. We're going to build a real plan. So we broken it all down into a strategic, 7-part plan that really turns that first grand into a launch pad. And look, this isn't some get-rich-quick scheme. It's a plan to get smart, fast. So let's dive in and see how it works.
Okay, here's the entire playbook on one screen. You can see right away we're not just chucking it all in one place. We're being smart. A big chunk goes into the market, sure, but we're also putting money into skills, a safety net, and yeah, even a little bit into crypto the right way. It all fits together. Let's break down that first piece.
And believe it or not, your very first and most important investment isn't in stocks or bonds. It's in you.
We're going to take just $100, and we're going to invest it in the one asset that has by far the highest potential return.
And that asset is a high-income skill. Seriously, for $100, you can grab a course on video editing, copywriting, AI prompting. Think about it. There's no stock out there that can match the return you get from a skill that literally increases your earning power for the rest of your life. The best first investment you can make is always, always in yourself.
All right, so now that we're working on making more money, the very next step is to protect what you're building. You got to have a safety net.
We're going to set aside $150 for this. I know it's not the most exciting part of the plan, but trust me, it is absolutely essential.
This cash goes straight into a high-yield savings account. And high yield is the key phrase there, because it's at least earning something. This is your life happens fund. So when your car breaks down, you use this money instead of panic selling your other investments. It's like a financial shock absorber.
Okay, so we've got our skills and development and our safety net is in place. Now it's time to plant those seeds for some real, long-term, passive growth.
For this part, we're going to use the biggest slice of the pie, $300, and we're putting it to work directly in the market.
But listen, we are not trying to pick the next hot stock. That's a total guessing game. Instead, we're buying a simple, low-cost ETF. Think of it like this. With one click, you buy a tiny piece of the entire U.S. stock market. You're instantly diversified. You just set it, forget it, and let time and the market do the hard work for you.
Next up, we're taking $150 and putting it towards the most modern and, the most volatile part of the plan, crypto.
But we're not just YOLOing it in and hoping for a moonshot. We're using a really smart strategy called dollar cost averaging. It just means instead of investing it all at once, you invest a little bit at a time, say $25 a month. It's a disciplined way to smooth out those wild price swings and get in the game without taking on a crazy amount of risk.
So, let's recap. We've invested in our skills, our safety, and in the broad market. Now we're going to shift gears and focus on creating our own income streams from scratch.
And we're going to do that by taking our next $100 and using it to kickstart a side hustle. The whole point here is to build something that makes its own money. And it doesn't have to be some huge, complicated thing. You can start an Etsy shop or grab a domain name for a blog. And here's the best part. This is where you can start selling that skill you learned back in step 1. You're basically building a little money machine that's going to help pay for everything else. And to really pour some gas on that fire, we're going to take another $100 and invest it in what might just be the most underrated asset you can build today. And that asset is your personal brand. You know, in the world we live in, attention is a form of currency. So use this $100 for a better microphone or a design tool or to boost a social media post. Because when you start building a presence around your skill, something amazing happens.
Opportunities like clients or even job offers stop being something you have to hunt for. They start finding you.
Okay, that brings us to our final $100, and this we keep as cash. Think of it as your opportunity fund. It's ready to go when you find a great deal on a new tool or course. This is the last piece of the puzzle. So let's put it all together and look at the full Get Smart Fast plan.
And there it is, the complete plan. See how it all works together? We've invested in our skills. We built a safety net. We've got long-term growth happening in the market. We carefully dipped into crypto. We launched an income stream, built a brand to bring opportunities to us, and we kept some cash ready for anything. Every single dollar has a specific job.
And this, right here, is the main takeaway. The whole point of this isn't to get rich tomorrow. It's to quickly build the habits, the systems, and the assets that are going to grow your wealth for years and years. It's a plan to get smart, fast.
So that brings it all back to you. You've seen the framework, you've seen the Get Smart Fast plan. The real question is, what's the first move you're going to make with your next $1,000? Because that's where this whole journey really starts.